Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Destiny and today we're going to be applying a wig. So first I'm going to be starting off by putting a wig cap on, and I just have my hair braided underneath and I'm just adjusting the wig cap so it's the most comfortable. So now I'm just going to be spraying some Got To Be Glue spray on my hairline, and be sure not to get this on your forehead because it's going to be an arm and a leg trying to get it off your forehead when you blow dry your hair. So just make sure not to do that. A rookie mistake, obviously. This is my first time doing this method, so we all learn. So now I'm just going to be blow drying my hair on cool. Make sure it's on cool so the glue gets tacky instead of just kind of melting in your hairline. So now I'm just going to be spraying another layer, and I'm making sure if it runs down I kind of push it upwards and pat it into my hairline. And then next we're just going to be blow drying it again, obviously on cool. So now for the stocking cap method, we're just gonna cut the excess wig cap off of our forehead. And this was a struggle, like I said before, because I got the glue on my forehead without meaning to. So it kind of is difficult to get off. You have to tug on your skin a little bit. So make sure you don't tug too hard, because I don't know if it'll cause any problems for your skin or whatnot. So to avoid this, just try to keep it on your hairline for the most part. I know things can happen, but if we can try to avoid it, we should. So next I'm just going to be spraying some more Got To Be Glued on the parts that kind of rolled upward, and I'm just going to be spraying them on those pieces so we don't have any more rollies and the wig cap will lay flat. And I'm just going to be blow drying it on cool yet again so it'll get tacky and stay on my forehead. So the hair I got is from Elva hair off of AliExpress, and it kind of came in like this little beat up box because it did come from China. It also came with these 2 letters and a mesh weaving cap. And so I'm just playing with the hair now just to kind of get a feel for it, and it felt very smooth and silky. So now I'm just putting it on my head to see how it applies and how it feels. And it was kind of big on me, so just keep that in mind if you do have a smaller head, because I have a very small head. So buying wigs is kind of difficult because they usually make it so it'll fit one size fits all, but this was very big on me. So I'm just kind of playing around with it, see how in the combs fit in there, because there are like 3 combs sewn in it. So I'm just trying to get a feel for how all of that feels. But honestly, I don't really like the combs in the back. It kind of irritates my scalp, so I didn't really use it. So now I'm just trying to take out a little section so I can cut where my ear is supposed to be, so my wig will lay flat on my head. So I'm just clipping my hair back now. Obviously that was a fail. So I'm just going to be clipping my hair back and trying to cut the lace. And I am cutting this in sections just so I won't mess up anything, and so everything can pretty much be seamless and perfect when I attempt to glue it down later. So now I'm just going to be cutting off the rest of the lace on the other side, and when you do this, make sure you take your time because you don't want to end up cutting any hair, you don't want to end up cutting too much lace, so it's all a time-consuming process, so make sure you take your time so it'll look good when you lay it down later. And so now I'm just trying to cut around my ear again, and when you do this, make sure you don't cut any excess hair because you don't want to cause shedding or any other problems like that. So just make sure you part your hair enough so where you cut the lace instead of the hair. And you see I took off my hair here just to cut around my ear part that I already began cutting. So now I'm just going to be placing the wig back on my head just to see how it fits and to see how it's going to look when I decide to lay it down. So now I'm just going to be using my Got To Be Glued, and I'm going to be applying that around my hairline. So first I'll start off using my fingers, but then I switch over to a rat tail comb. No reason, I just saw it in a video and they were like, it helps with the oils from your fingers not transferring to the glue, so I just started doing that. But later I switched back to my fingers because I guess it's faster to do it that way. And it was, because you could really just spread it out evenly with your fingers instead of the rat tail comb. And with the rat tail comb, it's much more time consuming. So I did switch back to my fingers, and you'll see that in a later clip. So now I'm just blow drying the glue on cool, and we're blow drying it on cool just so the heat won't melt the glue and it'll get tacky instead. So now I'm just going in with another layer, and then I'm going to be blow drying that again when I get finished. So now for the fun part, we get to lay the lace down. And so just to press the lace in, I'm using my rat tail comb. You don't want to use your fingers because the heat from your fingers and all the oils is probably going to mess with the glue. And then also as well, once you start pressing in the glue with your fingers, the hair is going to get mixed in with the glue, and it's going to make your hair all hard, and you're going to have to get some water to get it out with, so you don't want that at all. So now I'm just going to be parting my hair where I want it to go, and today I was going to do a middle part since it's the easiest to do, and I had somewhere to be in like an hour or so, so we're just going to do the quickest thing possible. And I recommend wetting your hair for this part because I'm plucking the lace right here, so my hairline will look a little more realistic. And to pluck your hairline, you want your hair to be wet so it'll be easier to pluck it, because when it's dry, it's just a whole lot of hair just being mixed up. It's harder to pull and whatnot, so I would definitely recommend you wet your hair even though I did it. So now I'm just pulling out the baby hairs and cutting them a little bit so they'll look a little good, you know. And so I'm just applying some mousse, and today I'm using a lot of body mousse, and I'm just applying that on the top of my hair so it'll look all nice and flat and smooth. And a lot of body mousse is my fave. It's all I use. I use it on my edges today, and I do recommend using mousse on your edges because it's very light hold, but it keeps your edges intact for a while. So I would definitely do it. It doesn't mess it up. It doesn't make them hard or anything. It makes them look realistic. So I'm using my edge brush just to pull out some edges and just lay them down. And these edges that they did on this wig look so natural. So I'm just blow drying the edges that I already did, and then I'm going to be pulling out a few more extras and just cutting them with a hair razor. And I'm just going to be putting some more mousse and brushing that out with my edge control brush. So this was a way thicker edge than all the rest of them. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, we're just gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna be blow drying the edge that I just did just to make sure it stays in place. And now I'm just gonna be ironing the top of my head so it'll lay flat. And I've seen a whole bunch of people doing this. Apparently it works, so you know what, I'm gonna do it too. It makes your wig lay so much flatter than if you were just to brush it down or like flat iron it or whatnot. So this is the completed style right here, and overall I did enjoy this wig. I wore it for about a good 2 months and it kept up very well. The only complaint about it that I did have was that it did completely shed a lot, and it was quite annoying to find strands of hair everywhere. But if you're not too picky about that, then I would recommend this wig to practically anybody because it's inexpensive and it's a very beautiful wig. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then I would hope you would like it and subscribe to my channel. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!